Patty Loveless was born Patricia Lee Ramey on January 4, 1957, in Pikeville, Kentucky, and her story begins deep in the Appalachian Mountains that would forever shape her sound. Raised in the coal mining town of Elkhorn City, she grew up surrounded by the music of everyday life, bluegrass echoing through hollers, gospel hymns in small churches, and country songs passed down like family heirlooms. Her father, John Ramey, worked in the mines and suffered from black lung disease, an experience that left a lasting impression on Patty and later surfaced in the emotional weight of her music. Her mother, Naomi, recognized Patty's gift early and encouraged her to sing alongside her siblings, especially her sister Dottie. Those family harmonies taught Patty restraint, phrasing, and emotional honesty. Long before Nashville noticed her, Patty was already learning how to tell stories through song, shaped by hardship, faith, and a deep connection to home. Dreaming beyond Kentucky, early influences and first steps. As a teenager, Patty Loveless found inspiration in women who felt like reflections of herself. Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton, fellow Kentucky natives who proved that humble beginnings did not limit big dreams. Their success gave Patty permission to believe in her own voice. She began performing with her brother Roger, who played guitar and helped guide her early career, and together they made trips to Nashville in the 1970s. Through Roger's connections with the Wilburn brothers, Patty found herself singing backstage at the Grand Ole Opry, experiences that felt surreal for a young woman from Elkhorn City. Encounters with Porter Wagoner and Dolly Parton gave her encouragement when she needed it most, reinforcing the idea that she belonged in country music's inner circle. These early years were filled with uncertainty and hope in equal measure, but they laid the groundwork for a career built not on shortcuts, but persistence, humility, and respect for the craft. Early struggles and finding her name. Patty's path was far from easy, and her early adulthood was marked by personal and professional growing pains. In her late teens, she married Terry Loveless, a fellow musician, and adopted a version of his surname as her stage name. Together, they performed in small clubs across the South, blending rock and country while trying to gain traction. The road was demanding, and the pressures of chasing success took a toll on their relationship. Financial uncertainty, constant travel, and unmet expectations eventually led Patty to step away and return to Kentucky to regroup. Though the marriage ended, the experience left a lasting imprint on her songwriting, giving her a deeper understanding of loss, resilience, and emotional truth. Rather than breaking her spirit, this chapter sharpened her voice and clarified her purpose. With renewed determination and her brother's support, Patty returned to Nashville, ready to pursue music on her own terms. Breaking through, a neo-traditional force emerges. By the mid-1980s, Patty Loveless had begun performing regularly in Nashville, and her unmistakable voice quickly set her apart. In 1985, she signed with MCA Records, a turning point that finally aligned opportunity with preparation. Her early albums, including If My Heart Had Windows and Honky Tonk Angel, introduced audiences to a singer who honored country's traditions while bringing fresh emotional depth. Songs like Chains, Timber, I'm Falling in Love, and Don't Toss Us Away resonated because they felt lived in and sincere. Patty became a defining voice of the neo-traditional movement, which pushed country music back toward its roots after years of pop influence. Critics and fans alike praised her for choosing authenticity over trend chasing. She didn't just sing heartbreak, she understood it. And that understanding gave her performances a quiet power that made listeners feel seen rather than entertained. Artistic peak, emotion, honesty, and staying true. The 1990s marked the height of Patty Loveless's commercial and artistic success, a period where everything seemed to align. Albums like Only What I Feel, When Fallen Angels Fly, and The Trouble with the Truth showcased her ability to inhabit a song completely. Hits such as Blame It on Your Heart, You Don't Even Know Who I Am, and How Can I Help You Say Goodbye balanced vulnerability with strength, capturing the complicated emotions of real life. Rather than chasing crossover fame, Patty doubled down on storytelling, earning respect from purists and critics alike. Her partnership with producer Emery Gordy Jr., who later became her husband, was central to this era. Together, they crafted records that felt timeless, rich in texture, and emotionally grounded. Patty's success during this decade wasn't loud or flashy. It was earned through consistency, honesty, and a deep respect for the song. Returning to the mountains, preserving the soul. As her career matured, Patty Loveless turned, reconnecting with the Appalachian sounds that first shaped her. Her 2001 album Mountain Soul was a defining artistic statement, blending bluegrass instrumentation with deeply personal storytelling. The project wasn't designed for radio success. It was a heartfelt tribute to faith, family, and heritage. Critics praised the album for its sincerity and craftsmanship, and fans embraced it as a reminder of country music's roots. Mountain Soul and its follow-up in 2009 cemented Patty's role as a bridge between country and bluegrass traditions. These records weren't about nostalgia. They were about preservation and respect. At a time when the genre continued to evolve, Patty chose to honor where it came from. In doing so, she reminded listeners that innovation and tradition don't have to be opposites. They can exist beautifully together. A quiet legacy, grace over spotlight. Despite her many accolades, including multiple CMA and ACM awards and her 1988 induction into the Grand Ole Opry, Patty Loveless has always carried herself with humility. Fame never seemed to interest her as much as the music itself. In later years, she gradually stepped back from the spotlight, focusing on her personal life and well-being, while making selective appearances that reminded audiences of her enduring talent. Her 2023 performance alongside Chris Stapleton and Dwight Yoakam at the CMA Awards was one such moment, proving that time had only deepened her emotional resonance. Fellow artists often describe Patty as kind, grounded, and generous, someone who listens more than she speaks. Her legacy isn't defined by headlines or constant visibility, but by the trust listeners place in her voice. When Patty Loveless sings, people believe her, and that belief is one of the rarest achievements in music. Vince Gill, A Friendship. Built on music and trust, over the years, Patty Loveless has formed many meaningful collaborations, but few have endured like her bond with Vince Gill. Their connection was never rooted in spectacle or rumor, but in mutual respect and shared musical values. When they sang together, particularly on My Kind of Woman, My Kind of Man, the harmony felt effortless, almost conversational. Patty has spoken about Vince as someone who truly understood her instincts as a singer, encouraging her to trust simplicity and emotional truth. Their friendship grew quietly over decades, sustained by shared stages, life changes, and unwavering support. In an industry often marked by competition, their bond stood out for its steadiness. Vince was someone who showed up, not just during career highs, but during quieter seasons as well. Their relationship reflects the best side of country music, where connection matters more than ego. Music, connection, and a lasting truth. Looking back on her life and career, Patty Loveless remains deeply grateful for the people who walked alongside her, and Vince Gill remains among them. Their shared performance at George Jones's funeral in 2013, singing Go Rest High on That Mountain, stands as a powerful reminder of music's ability to carry grief, love, and healing when words fall short. Patty's reflections on friendship, legacy, and purpose reveal an artist who never lost sight of why she began singing in the first place. For her, country music has always been about connection, between past and present, singer and listener, heart and truth. In speaking openly about her journey and the relationships that shaped it, Patty Loveless offers something rare, a portrait of success defined not by fame, but by integrity. Her story reminds us that the soul of country music lives not just in songs, but in the people who sing them with grace.